you tell me that I'm thinking about myself too much. And I've cooked for you, and I've cleaned for you. I think back of all the time I've spent with you, and how I'm thinking about myself too much. I made sure that everything in your world made sense, and now you tell me that I'm thinking about myself too much? All I can think is that you're only angry because you're thinking about me at all. Sorry. See, that's what I get for thinking about myself too much. This is from a book called It All Comes Down, which has really cool water coming down on it. And this is called Writing. Oh, this was done with translations in Finnish. I'm not going to read them in Finnish because I don't know how. This is Writing Your Name. I sat there in the shade. I took a stick. I wrote your name in the ground. Preacher says the #1 sin is lust. Then I am condemned to hell, for I want you. And I don't care what preacher says. For if the elements wash away your name tonight, I will be back tomorrow to write it again.
Yeah, it'd be nice if I could get it.
Writing your name. This one, I love the cover. It's a bird, a bunch of birds, Frigati birds from the Galapagos Islands, and a bunch of tiny little, oh, I wish I could remember what these other birds were, just all these birds from the Galapagos Islands going like mad. Just have them coming out from the book pages. I thought that this is, she's an open book. An open book was originally a collection book from Scars Publications. This is a short one that I thought was funny called Build Your Own Cross. Why be a carpenter and build your own cross when Walmart can do it for you? Selling mass-produced 2-foot-tall wood crosses with plastic flowers hammered and glued on top, and then hammer them into the roadside for accident victims. Why be a carpenter? Why build your own cross when Walmart can do it for you? Twitter-length poems. You get these little ideas, throw out something really short, so. And I was originally trying to figure out what to call my open mic. And because there was a problem from sleeping, they had a prominent tongue. So I thought, take a picture of my tongue, and I'm going to call something prominent tongue. Blah. So they're like in DC, staring, take my picture. This is actually verse 6 of a longer piece called Right There by Your Heart. I don't know how many times the idea of seeing him went through my mind. At least once a week, I'd imagine a scene where he'd confront me, and I'd somehow be able to fight him back, to be able to show him that he didn't bother me anymore, to show him that the rock wasn't there anymore, to somehow be able to prove that I wasn't a victim anymore. I was a survivor. That's what they call it, you see, survivor, because victim sounds too trying for someone who's been raped. So I kept saying that I'm over it, but I keep imagining Mark all over again, not raping me, but following me on the streets, coming to my door with flowers, or sending me a Valentine. But once, and I saw him walking out of a record store. When I was walking in, the rock fell so hard that I thought I was going to be sick right there by the cash register, right there by those metal things at the doorway that beep when you try to take merchandise out of the store. You know what those things are. I just can't think of what they're called. But if I did that, then he'd know he'd still be winning to this day. How many years has it been? How many years since he did that to me? How many years since I've been waiting to fight him? Since I've been feeling that rock in my goddamn stomach? I managed to hide my face from him at the stores so that he wouldn't see me as he walked away. When I saw I was gone, I wondered why I felt that pressure in my chest. I thought that pressure was going to turn my body inside out. I grabbed at my shirt, pulled at my chest. Maybe that pain was there, always there, right there by my heart. But I try not to think about it until I go through times like those. Emotional, moody piece. I know. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. There's a man who said, I don't understand why this when I read it on a page. A poem called New to Chicago is a poem. But I think it depends on how you read it. This is from the book Chaotic Elements that I'm reading it. The birds are flying overhead. Poetry. This is called New to Chicago. I'm still new to this city. I know. I've been here for years, but I haven't gone to the Sears Tower Observatory since my junior prom. But whenever I walk by the first Chicago building, the beams along the north side sloping up, parabolic pillars curving up toward the side. When I walk by that first Chicago building, I walk up along the side and lean up against one of those sloping pillars, press my body against the cold concrete, feel the cold against my chin, my breasts, my thighs, and I look up along that curve, stretching up toward the sky. You know, those pillars look like racetracks, and I could see something come rushing down that curve. A matchbox car, a race car, a marble, a bowling ball, a 2-ton weights. I see the speed, the power, and it almost makes me afraid to look up. But every time I walk by that first Chicago building, I do the same thing. I do this little ritual, and it feels like the first time. You caught it in time. New to Chicago. I'm trying to...
Barbecue.
What?
Good barbecue.
Soul Kitchen. Oh, yeah. We had that today. Oh, now I've got one that's a rape. This is a short one, but it's an interesting one. This is from Poem. Got a little dot there. Poem. And this is the shortest piece I could find on it. It's called The Burning.
So you wrote most of these?
I wrote these. The things I wrote are in the front books. These are collection books and stuff along here as well. All of these books that you see displayed there, 3 books each are 2 for $5. So yeah, I've got short stories.
I like poetry because I write poetry.
That's awesome. Yay for the poetry. And the collection books have, but this is my first poetry book ever written, and it has a poem I'm going to read in it. But there are other good things in the collection books as well. This is called The Burning. I take the final swig of vodka, feel it burn its way down my throat, hiss at it scorching my tongue, and reach for that bottle to pour myself another. I think of how my tonsils scream every time I let the alcohol rape me. And then I look down at my hands, shaking, holding that glass of poison. I think about how these were the hands that should have pushed you away from me, but didn't. And I keep wondering why I took your hell, I took your poison. And then I think of how you had burned your way through me. You corrupted me from the inside out, and I kept coming back. I let you infect me, and now you burned a hole right through me. I hated it. And now I have to rid myself of you, and my escape is flowing between the ice cubes and the glass nestled in my palm. But I have to drink more. The burning doesn't last as long as you do.
So
That's one of the ones in Hope Chest of the Attic as well. Yes.
do you act as well?
Do I act as well? I don't know. Can you tell by my personality? Should I? Well, I'm not an actor. I do say I'm a performance artist because I will perform my pieces and I read them. So definitely with that. And if you were, and please look at all these books I have and have to get rid of. 3 books. You can have that book and other ones.
If I have money, I would.
Gotcha. That one's Short Stories Duality. The cool thing about that one is that it is halfway upright and halfway with 2 different people. That's why I put it on display like that so you can see that there's 2 different people from it. So.
Well, it was nice meeting you.
It's nice meeting you, and thank you very much. This one, no, I've got stuff about nature. This one is called Last Before Extinction. Now, book talk, hi. I guess I will say Last Before Extinction. Oh, no, would you like to? If you guys are interested, I run Scars Publications. There are books for sale. Please, I don't want to carry them home. $3 each, 2 for $5. Stuff from me in the front. I've got collection books from other people because I run magazines as well. And this is a poem from somewhere in here. This is called Last Before Extinction.
Wait a minute.
Free readings.
Come over for a reading. Free poetry even. Are you gonna look for a bit?
Okay, I don't see it. Couldn't have left it.
once more. Let him try to restrain him. He has nothing to lose. And for now, it can fly to the highest redwood, look out over the world, despise the world that made him be alone, leaving him alone. Who will carry his name? Who will care for him when he is home? Who can he read bedtime stories to? Now, it can feel death creeping upon him, closer and closer. He wants to scream. He calls upon nature. The tides rise. Earthquakes shatter homes. He does not feel vindicated. He is lost. And for now, she can swim to the deepest, darkest cave in the Pacific, hide from the solitude, swim lower and lower. Can she find where all the other animals of dying species hide? Can she find them? There must be others. They can understand. They can live together at the bottom of the earth. Could they show their pain for their species, share what is left of their love, create a new race? Soon they will be no more, and we will be taking their bones, reassembling them, studying their form, rebuilding their lives, revering them more than we ever did in life. This is what it becomes. This is what it all boils down to. Study the bones. Study the mistakes. Study the bones.
Yay.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I have to do a happy one.
Janet, can I have a copy of that book?
Well, this one's not a one for sale. It actually has a color interior pages one, which I wasn't going to give up for $3. Look at you. Last Before Extinction is not, they've taken the other collection book copies, so I don't think it's in those.
Okay.
I apologize. But I have other copies of it in other places, and please come and bug me for it. It might be in Blister and Burn. I have no idea.
Can you read out of that one?
I would if I find one that I want to read. This. I don't want to read Russians at a Garage Sale. Hey, this is the state of CNSA. Alright, I'm going to read this one. This is Russians at a Garage Sale out of Blister and Burn. This is a strange one. At our annual garage sale this year, all these old couples came walking by. They were from the Russian neighborhood. They could barely speak English. They would pick up an iron. How much? $4. 50 cents? No. It was a warm Indian summer day. We were all clad in shorts and sunglasses. They would point at the iron, a toaster, a blender. All for $1? No. And all the old couples wore raincoats and scarves wrapped around their heads. They would pick up a wine glass. How much? 25 cents. How about 10? Russians at a garage sale from Blister and Burn.
Always love it.
And I have to do on a happy note, Cast in Stone. Taking poetry in the streets. I went around and was reading in the streets in New Orleans and stuff.
Here comes Ellen now, so wait before you start.
Okay, all right, we got it. Oh, and that'll be in God. She might find that one interesting. Everybody questions that one.
She's so distractible.
Well, this was a short one. This was a short one.
Okay.
Cast in Stone.
All right.
I've searched a millennia for you, and my love for you will survive through the ages. And if they cast us in stone, it will only cement my love for you for all to see and admire. Because even if the elements chip away our outer facades, the marble will smooth in time, and my soul will still flourish, being frozen by your side.
No, that's cool.
Cast in stone. Oh, I guess it's stone. Like, where's the woman? Oh, wait. Don't get her. Bring her on over here. Bring her on over here.
She's reading poetry.
You gotta read a poem. I gotta hear a poem. I guess. That's what I'm all about. I love the title of this one because you think it's going to be religious, but it's called Being God. It's about relationships. Here's Being God. There you go. I'm the blasphemer. Sorry, this is Being God. I'm tired of dying for your sins, over and over again? And why is it that I am the one that's doing all the dying and you're the one that's doing all the sinning? I don't think you're learning your lesson. I'm tired of taking this knife to my hands over and over again, giving myself the stigmata. The blood gets all over my clothes and I can't even get the stains out. And for what? For you to see how I suffer? I'm tired of being humble when I'm supposed to be the one with all the power. Over and over again, I become your servant and never are you bowing to me. I don't even get a thank you. I'm tired of preaching to the converted when the converted aren't even really listening. They're snoring in the back rows while I deliver my sermon, and there's not even air conditioning in here and I'm sweating. I'm tired of coming to you and healing the sick, taking away the problems over and over again, giving you something to look forward to, and all I have is an eternity of waiting for someone to take my place and tend to my wounds. I'm tired of giving the earth up to you, watching the devil's work be done, and you know he's just sitting down there and looking at me and laughing over and over again because it's easy for him when he doesn't have to work. I'm tired of being your salvation over and over again, and you turn to me and I have no one to turn to but myself. It's a bitch, you know, being your own God, since no one can save me from me. I'm tired of being your teacher, handing you what you need on a silver platter and waiting for that damn collection plate, and someone is always stealing out of it from the back row. I know who you are, you who leave me nothing. I'm tired of wearing this crown of thorns over and over again. The needles prick my skin, even God's bleed, at least this one does. And when I ask you to wipe the blood out of my eyes, well, I can't see you anywhere. I'm tired of being something for everybody when everybody is nothing for me. Maybe the devil has the right idea, you know. Maybe I'll just sit back and wait for you to miss me as you wonder, who's your Messiah now?